The historic election of 2012, this time on the 411. USA, USA. What a night. Tuesday's election will go down as one of the most important in the history of this great nation of ours. President Barack Obama was awarded another 4 years by garnering 3 million more popular votes than his challenger and 330 electoral college votes, proving the 2008 election of the first minority president wasn't an odd twist in the country's history, but a definitive step towards the future and 2 steps away from the past. But 44's new 4 isn't the only historic thing that went down Tuesday night. From Wisconsin, Senator-elect Tammy Baldwin became the first openly gay person that will serve in the Senate. 4 states voted to either legalize gay marriage or not preclude it, and New Hampshire became the first state ever with a governor and an entire DC delegation comprised of women and mothers. Those women will be adding to the historic total of 20 female senators who will be serving the country in this upcoming cycle. But that's not all. 2 westerly states of Colorado and Washington voted to decriminalize marijuana, sending potheads and jazz cigarette aficionados into the streets in celebration. It was also a win for pun enthusiasts who now get to riff on KGB and Mile High and Rocky Mountain High, and you get my drift. In a related story, for the first time in nearly a decade, fast food chain McDonald's is losing money with revenue falling in both the US and Europe by 2.2%. But in a deft move by the home of the house that Ronald built, the Big Mac machine has chosen to relocate all of its restaurants in the 2 American states of Colorado and Washington, hoping to cash in on the wave of potheads running the streets with the munchies. And that's what I call a happy meal. But let's get back to the election. In the mortal words of Charlie Sheen, winning. Tuesday night saw its share of winners, but this Take Back the Night election also saw its share of losers, including the rape ain't wrong cavalcade of Republican hopefuls like Missouri senatorial candidate Todd Akin and Hoosier Richard Murdoch. I guess the country, guys, has a way of shutting you down. Goodbye and good riddance. Former G.W. Bush strategist Karl Rove, who funneled $300 million through his Crossroads super PACs and got almost nothing in return, had a bad night. And he also had an embarrassing exchange on Fox News that I encourage you to Google. It's well worth your 5 minutes. Same for billionaire casino magnate Sheldon Adelson, who spent millions backing Newt Gingrich in the primaries and subsequently Mitt Romney in the general election, only to see all that go away. Donald Trump, Rush Limbaugh, Dick Morris, the list goes on. Continuing the war on women, though, men like Limbaugh and Trump blamed Hurricane Sandy for Romney's defeat and not the antiquated positions of the party on everything from immigration to women's rights. Nice job, guys. Finger on the pulse. Voter suppression tactics in states also lost, with a record number of blacks and Latinos waiting in line to cast their ballots. Citizens United's first presidential election that saw $2 billion pumped into the system to sway votes took a beating as well. But you can rest assured that unless we do something about it, super PACs and voter suppression will be back with a vengeance next time, I guarantee it. But Tuesday was a historic night and day, so let's focus on the good. Stats guru Nate Silver, who hit a walk-off grand slam home run with his predictions, won, bringing intelligence, math, and reason back into focus. The Live Free or Die state won. Women won. Gay rights won. Multicultural representation won. Obama won. The country won. This great nation of ours, all of ours, got a good degree better Tuesday because hate and fear and exclusion got a little less relevant. And just in case you doubt what kind of man we reelected as our leader, I'll leave you with this.
You know, what Bobby Kennedy called the ripples of hope that come out when you throw a stone in a lake, that's going to be you. You know, I'm just looking around the room and I'm thinking, wherever you guys end up, in whatever states, in whatever capacities, whether you're in the private sector, or the non-for-profit, or some of you decide to go into public service, you're just going to do great things. And that's why, even before last night's results, I felt that the work that I had done in running for office had come full circle. Because what you guys have done means that the work that I'm doing is important. And I'm really proud of that. I'm really proud of all of you. And what you described, what you guys have accomplished, it will go on in the annals of history, and people will read about it and they'll marvel about it. But the most important thing you need to know is that your journey is just beginning. You're just starting. And whatever good we do over the next 4 years will pale in comparison to what you guys end up accomplishing for years and years to come. And that's been my source of hope. That's why during the last 4 years, when people ask me about, how do you put up with this or that, and the frustrations of Washington, I just think about you. I think about what you guys are going to do. And that's the source of my hope. That's the source of my strength and my inspiration. And I know that you guys won't disappoint me, because I've already seen who you guys are. And you all are just remarkable people. And you've lifted me up each and every step of the way.
All right, my
All right?
president.
Thank you, guys.
And that's it this week for the 411. Facebook us, Twitter 5, so you know what to do. Thanks for joining me. I'm Matt Simon. I'll see you next week. Go USA.